Hey, so I'll wait till a couple people pop on here. It's always dark sometimes where I am because sometimes you don't need to be seen, but sometimes you need to be heard. So this evening, it was the I guess community-oriented, whatever they call it there, and let me just say this. Out of respect for Kool-Aid, I did not turn up tonight as I should have, because anytime you want to silence the people, that is a problem, okay? And let me explain why. So tonight's meeting was supposed to be, how can the community of Gifford, how can Indian River County, okay, what can be done in the community? Every single time it was brought up that there is problems from the agency, people were silenced. As soon as we got there, we were told, we know that y'all going to be going live and we ain't having none of that foolishness. Let me tell you something. Foolishness, y'all had Channel 5, Channel 12. They were permitted to be there. So you're going to tell me when Michael Marsh and Wanda Scott want to go ahead and go live, okay, that's a problem? First of all, I sat there quietly and listened to all the bullshit, because that's what it was, okay? You got the people hurting. Kool-Aid was a damn good deputy, but there's plenty of them at that agency that ain't Kool-Aid, that they are problematic, okay? So as soon as we get in there, we're told there ain't no live. You know, this is like dealing with the sheriff's office, okay? They don't like to be recorded. They don't want to, God forbid you put a camera to their face. So tonight was the sheriff's office speaking to the community. Why can't we record it? What is the problem? Anytime a politician, an elected official, or this so-called leader of the NAACP can tell you, the people, that this can't go nowhere else. This just between us, okay? You need to question that leadership. Now, like I said, out of respect, I ain't show my ass tonight when I was asked, hey, what are you doing? We told you, this is my house. This ain't your goddamn house, Mr. NAACP leader. This is the people of Gifford, for the people of Gifford. And you know something? No, I ain't from the city of Gifford. I don't live in the city of Gifford, but my babies, my two precious daughters, they got their family in the city of Gifford. Okay? Their biological mother born and raised in the city of Gifford. Okay? But I don't got to explain that. I am there because also my friends, okay, the people that I do trust in law enforcement, and the good deputy who lost his life, I was there to pay my respect. But I want to tell you this. Anytime someone can try to silence you, that right there tells it all. You had pastors, reverends, preachers that were in there giving knowledge, okay? And as soon as they started turning up about the sheriff's office, about some of the good old boys, well, we're not here for that. We here just for... Listen, okay? Now, I get that. I understand tonight was about Kool-Aid. But you know what? If you want to talk about the relationship, the strained relationship between the goons and us, okay? Then God did it. You want to tell it, you got to tell it all. Okay? But if you notice, your fearless NAACP leader over there, okay, is goddamn good friends with the sheriff. Okay? Why can't the people speak? Why don't you want to hear from the people? Okay? Every single time, at every single turn, he was chastising the people of Gifford. Okay? The people who said, listen, we want to work hand in hand, but there's problems with the sheriff's office. There's problems to where we can't go to. Oh, no, we're not here to discuss that. Kool-Aid wouldn't want that. Well, let me tell you something from what I know about Kool-Aid. Okay? Kool-Aid was not part of the corruption. Kool-Aid wasn't a part of the good old boy network. Okay? So you know something? I don't want to hear none of that shit. I sat through it because I had a respect for Kool-Aid. But let me say this, okay? I have no respect for a so-called leader using God's name in vain when he wants to silence the people, okay? We are not sheep. We are not sheep to be told anything. And let me tell you something. God did not say that we should lay down and just sit here and it's going to be okay. Because as long as you pray, let me tell you something. Prayer without doing anything is pointless. It is absolutely pointless. Now, I don't have no theological background, but I got common sense. And I don't believe any time that I sat in a church that I was told that I should sit down, be soft, and allow whatever happens to happen. Okay? God made me to be a warrior, and that's what I am. So, having said that, I'm going to talk now, since I couldn't talk there, because I guess this was the house of the NAACP president. Okay? Anytime, if you got a community-oriented policing meeting, okay, and you're talking about what can we do, let me tell you what you can do, okay? We can bring back community-oriented policing. That's what we can do. You know what that means? Let me tell you what that means. That means when a community member wants to hold up a cell phone to make sure that deputy is being honest, because we don't want body cams at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. Now, goddamn, let's take the gloves off and let's talk. Can I talk for a minute? Damn it, yes I can, because this is my show. So, we don't want transparency. We don't want accountability, and we don't want accessibility at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. This came from your sheriff. Body cams, within 10 years, we'll go to body cams. Listen, these are not my words. I can play back. I can play it back for you. This is what was said by your leader. Okay? Now, let's talk numbers real quick. Let's talk statistics real fast. So, we have 13 African-American deputies at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. We have 189 deputies that are employed. I'm not even counting corrections. I'm just telling you the deputies that we have. Do you see a problem there? What are you doing, Sheriff? See, I didn't get to pose these questions, so let me pose them now because they stay on my Facebook. They love me, okay? So let me ask that first question. Sheriff, can I ask you a question, sir? Yes? All right. We have 13 out of 189 that are African Americans, of men and women working for the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. What are you doing to make the agency more attractive so more African Americans would like to work for your agency? Well, what are you doing, Sheriff? I'm listening. I'll wait. I'm still waiting for you to return my call from like 3 years ago, Sheriff. So when you return that call, can you answer that question? Number 2, body cams. Are we going to go to body cams, Sheriff? Or is that still an expense? The commissioner, okay, your chair was there tonight and said he supports anything from the sheriff. Well, you know what, Commissioner Fletcher? I'm coming to see you. Because we have an asset, not an expense, known as body cams. And we need to implement body cams so we can bring forth transparency between the community and between law enforcement. Now, what that's going to do is, that's going to bridge the gap. That's going to keep them honest. It's going to keep us honest. Why aren't we doing it? Why aren't we doing it? See, listen, let me tell you something. The sheriff's office can blow smoke and with these little meetings all they want. This NAACP so-called leader can tell the Gifford community, you know, sheriff is doing this and the sheriff is doing that. And God, the sheriff is saying he's incredible. Oh, he's incredible. He's the best thing since Netflix. I can't even tell you. Okay? If you're not, you talking about you want to be real. If you want to be real, let's address the real problems of the community of Gifford. When a young man can be shot several times by a deputy, okay? When a young man can be in custody and all of a sudden end up dead, okay? When a young lady can get beat because of the fact that she was going to check on a family member, okay? When Mr. Larry Bryant can get beat, then why are we talking about that? Well, listen, I get this black on black crime. To stop snitching is the dumbest thing. I agree with that. Okay? So, yes, the Black Lives Matter movement, it's not just about blacks versus law enforcement. It's within, what are you going to do in the black community when it's black on black crime? But that ain't what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on about what can the sheriff's office take care of. And what they can take care of is the fact of how they engage with the community. All right? You can't saturate the city of Gifford with all these deputies who have no idea at all about the community members of Gifford. All right? Period. So, having said that, if we can't talk to a deputy, all right, it's not about when we see them giving out book bags for back to school. It's not about when they giving bicycles during Christmas time. Okay? When else are we seeing you? All right? Now, I'm just going to say this, and then it got me pissed off. So out of respect for Kool-Aid, hey, I ain't going to go too much further, but I will say this, okay? When you got Channel 5, Channel 12, and all these organizations, and you let them in your so-called house, president of the NAACP, when you let the media in and you silence the public, how incompetent does that sound? I'm going to silence the public, but hey, media, it's cool. Can you get my good side? Let me tell you something. I ain't never need no platform. I ain't never need the media. Okay? So you want to talk about let's be real. Well, let's be real and explain to the people of Gifford what was the problem with recording tonight. What was the problem? Some people couldn't make it tonight. All right? There was a lot of great ideas that was shared. So what was the problem? If this was such a secretive meeting, then it shouldn't have been open to the public. And for you to, it's my house. Let me tell you something. It's about the people of Gifford. And you talking about you've been running from the job. Well, you know what? God damn it, keep running. Keep running and give it to somebody else then, if you don't want to do it. Period. So, that's my response. So, Mr. President, hey, at the end of the day, you need to take a long look of what's happening at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office before you keep giving goddamn 2 thumbs up and 5 stars of excellent service, sir. Okay? But what do I know? What do I know? I don't need no fancy organization. I don't need to be no leader of this and that, okay? But what I do know is that the people are hurting in Gifford. They're tired of the harassment from the sheriff's office. Now, there's many good ones, and I'm glad to see that Milo Thornton is promoted to captain, and I believe he will be an asset to the city of Gifford. But damn it, Milo Thornton can't be the only one to save Gifford. We need some more leaders, and we need more deputies that can actually, you can feel that you can speak to them. Deputy Michael Page, every time I run into him, we talk. There was another deputy young man tonight. I don't know why I always forget his name. Younger white deputy. As soon as I came out the car, Mr. Marsh, how you doing? You know, he came out there. He didn't have to come, but he came because he is on those same streets of Gifford. He's in those streets, and he wants to know more about the community. Now, this is a young white deputy. I applaud him for bringing his ass out here to the city of Gifford. Where's the rest of them? Where's the rest of them? That's what I want to know. Okay? Because don't you for one second think that this is not a race thing. I would love to say that this is not a race thing. And I hate when people throw it a race card. But when the shoe fits, we must talk about it. It is race. You know? Look what's going on in Gifford. Just look at it. For 1 second. Gifford is the majority black. So it is a race thing. You got to put more deputies that can have an understanding and a rapport that know these people of Gifford. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You can't expect little Timmy to police an area with Tyrone when he does not understand how Tyrone grew up and certain things within a culture. You can't have that. Now, I'm not saying we can't put no white deputies in Gifford, but don't you think for 1 second we need some more Milo Thorntons, some more Michael Pages, some more of these individuals that has a rapport? Because let me tell you something. If I had information, for 1 second, I'll make that phone call. There's certain law enforcement I feel I could speak to. You know? Another law enforcement that was there tonight, Darrell Rivers, came to show his support. And I think that's stand up of him. You know? So people like that. If I had a situation, I'm like, you know something, I know something, but, you know, I really don't trust this good old boy. I'm going to deal with those who have showed me respect over the course of time. Now I can keep going and going, but I just wanted to respond to the foolishness. Because when you could start a meeting and accuse people for having hidden agendas and their own platforms, and I ain't say nothing. I sat there and just listened. But the fact that you can make that comment, okay? You yourself, Mr. President, you must got some issues, okay? And you want to talk about let's all be real. Why didn't you mention those issues? We know that there's issues with me, Wanda Scott, so you should have said it. You should have said, you know, we feel this, and that. Let's talk about it. Listen, I will rap with anyone at any time, okay? Except for certain dumbasses that assume that I'm anti-law enforcement. I can't get down with those dumbasses. But talk about it. This is your house, Mr. President. What hidden agendas? We came to pay our respect for a damn good deputy. That was the only reason why I was there. You think I want to see the rest of these goons from the sheriff's office? Hell no. I don't want to see them. But I was there because, number one, I support law enforcement. Number two, I support a lot of men and women from the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. Number three, okay, Kool-Aid was a damn good deputy. And number four, there were people there that asked me to come. And I already was coming. So that's all I got to say. And I'm looking at some of these comments here. Police has been connected to community service. No connections. Exactly. Exactly. Young man said perfectly tonight. It's about serve and protect and not, excuse me, arrest and harass, however he put it. And Andrea, as far as you can see me, listen, sometimes you don't need to be seen. You feel me? I can't let the sheriff's office know where I am at all times, you know? And speaking of that, and I'll end with this. Yesterday, I guess they were there to greet me. And then today, it was made mention of, talks about how I was there yesterday. Man, how does the sheriff's office know where I'm at? You think y'all be watching my Facebook? Speaking of watching my Facebook real quick, man, I didn't even get no hello from Mr. Leroy. Leroy, I don't know what the hard feelings is, man. I thought you would shake my hand, ask me how I'm doing. You know, I mean, I like the Price is Right too. Dang, man. I guess it's personal, man. I guess Leroy don't like me anymore. It's all right, man. It's all right. Anyways, I just wanted to address that, and I don't give a damn how anyone feels. Listen, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to end corruption, and I don't hold nothing back. So as always, it's I am, you are, we are. It's team success. And let me tell you this year, okay, we may have been silenced many times, but I can promise you this, in the very near future, all the ones that have been silenced and who have been victims, you will hear the story, and you will hear us loudly. Mark my words. I can promise and I can assure you of that. God bless and good night.